How many of you travel? And that's not a minute. And I noticed that there was a trend up here that you, that's you, every single one of you. Maybe everything else yet. So that's you. What do you do when you want to travel? Well, what did you used to do when you were traveling 20 years ago? You go to some store somewhere, kind of like what you do with retail. You go to the store, you go to talk to this consultant, they pull out a catalog, they try to, write your ticket, they take cash or credit card or something like that. Remember those old rollers? Your credit card? Nobody even remembers that. My kids think that a landline is a security device. So you go to somewhere where you can buy your airline ticket today. I used to work for Expedia as one of the CTOs for Hotels.com. I merged Hotels.com with Expedia for this guy called Dara, who was the CEO. And in 1 year, we increased sales by $2 billion. So if you get the basics right, it can touch so many people. This is what you do. People touch people better than technology does. So there's something called GDS. Anyone know what that is? Global Distribution System. So the airlines in the US got together and they created one for the US called Sabre. Anyone heard of Sabre? Yes. Based in Dallas. I actually worked for them for a while. Why? Because I worked for this other company called LastMinute.com. We sold ourselves to them for $2.4 billion. So you're talking in a different league of size and company. And they have offices in there which are from American Airlines and United and so forth. But our customer today, our company called Riva, corporate travel passengers. Anyone here ever works in the corporate world, worked and have to book their travel on one of those corporate travel programs? Like Concur, American Express, CWT. How much fun was that? What do 50% of people do in corporate world when they don't like what they see here in their booking tool? You go here and go, let me go with Kayak, let me go with the Travels, let me go with eBay. Not fucking eBay, Expedia. So think of that as, this is the web. And there's a bunch more stuff here, right? The problem with the corporate world, which is our main customer, we have 52,000 companies waiting to join us right now. But we are in hold with Byron. Oh, there he is. When Byron called me, he said, hey bro, did I tell you about these guest habits? And he said, we finally think we've got the right people. And he said, come out and meet them. So that's why I'm here, to meet you, to make sure you are the right people. And when Byron said, trust me, they are the right people, and I met Nancy, and I met Randy, and I met Andrew, and I know Terry. You guys are the right people, so it's worth it. So what did I do? I didn't say anything to anyone at work. I'll speak you to the front of the queue. So still wondering, okay, so I can do this, right? You can still go to Expedia today, right? So, how do I sell this? Why is this going to help my marketplace? Anyone have any ideas?
Nice.
No reviews.
Price?
Because people think this is a puddle, this is a pond. What's bigger than a pond?
Ocean.
Lake.
Okay, so this is the ocean around it. What is private? It's closed. Somebody out here, let's just say this is, I won't use a name, but you guys know tons of names of companies out here of these guys. MLM travel guys. What are they doing?
They're playing the phone.
They've got a little company over here. And there are actually two of them that really power all of these guys. One is called Hotel Planners, and the other one is called Iridium. So those of you who came from World Ventures, I actually went and checked out Iridium before it was Iridium. It was Sailor Results, and it was ice. So I actually went down and got behind the curtain, and they showed me their systems, their supply, their technology. So I know exactly what's here. But these guys can only sell this because they're not a marketplace. These are retailers.
Crackberry.
These are the cranberries that go, I've got to survive. I'm going to find somebody here who's going to sell me. These guys are already in our network. Why? Because they know they have access to many more people and they want a corporate buyer. These guys want to come in, but they don't have the technology to do it yet. So they're working on the technology. As soon as they have it, they'll be in here too. Our founder has been in the industry since the 70s. He's like one of the great granddads. Last year, he launched his company for $1 billion on NASDAQ. It is the world's largest consolidator of airline tickets. Anyone here know what a consolidator is? Consolidator is somebody who has private deals with the airlines. So the deals you see here, the deals you see here, are not the deals you see here. They're private deals. That used to be the ones that you'd have to go to somebody who was a travel agent who had one of these deals, and they were not allowed to go away. It's got the biggest one in the world. But we've got a whole bunch of them. And we've got every connection method through the GDS, so we have Expedia, we have Priceline, we have all those as well. And we have all these private ones. So now, who's going to tell me where our marketplace is? This is our marketplace for travel. So rather than being one of these guys who sells through this person, so when you're talking to this person and they go, but we have travel, we've got this, we've got that too, but we've got all of that marketplace they don't have.
Wow.
More importantly, when these guys don't have the deal that their customers need, how many chances do we have to have the product that they can't get? They're the category. They've got the keyboard. But what happens if you don't want a keyboard? So every time we get a new one coming in here, because we're having them coming in all the time, it's like the App Store. Every time you look on the App Store, how many new apps are there? You can't count. And each one of them is doing its job to get bigger and bigger and better. Who benefits from their goodness? You. So you take one of these, they make it better. But what happens if you've got 10,000 companies doing that here? You get that. So it's not about any one of these companies. It's about, do you have the marketplace that allows the best to win, and you get to cherry pick all of them. So what's the next problem?
How to find them.
It used to be that you had to go to the high street, find somebody, know the right person, but we use this thing called artificial intelligence. The AI here says, I know you, I know your preferences, and I have this really complex marketplace that the plumbing to get to it would confuse anybody, even the greatest expert. And each way you get to these is different. We don't need to know that, because it makes it simple. And it gets to all of these, and as new ones come in, it gets to those too. You don't even know. It just gets to them. So, what are the three things that it does? One, it gives you comprehensive results. So if you go to this travel agent here, those who said they go Sabre, bargain find max, how many results do you get back? 200. It limits it to 200. So you get 200 results here. Even today, even though the marketplace is expanding like the universe, even today, how many do you think we get here? 20,000. So what do these guys get? This was the airline industry's solution to this, but they only gave you 200. So it took a new technology, it took something to make it simple, to give you comprehensive. I used to be at eBay. We had 540 million products then. Compare that with Walmart, it used to be the COO at Kmart. We had 240,000 products. Walmart only had 120,000. So you get an idea of, this is an order of magnitude bigger. One of our companies in here on the web is Expedia, my old company. I bought an entire platform. They have 700,000 hotels. We have over 2.5 million. So you get the power of marketplace. And that marketplace now, if it's simple, you have comprehensive results. When you do a search on Google, do you think Google shows you everything on the web? But it shows you enough, right? So when these guys do the search here, what do they get? Or when these guys do the search just here, then you get that. But when you do a search, you're going to get the Google. It's the marketplace of travel. We sometimes call ourselves the Amazon of travel, because Amazon, likewise. I was at eBay when Amazon decided to go to affiliates. Do you remember that? Back 2008. About the same time as the crappy iPhone. And they used to be retail. Books, DVDs, they went to other categories. And then they looked at eBay and said, eBay is kicking our butt on comprehensive because they have a marketplace. So Amazon's answer was build a marketplace of affiliates. So when you shop on Amazon, they were really clever with their marketing. Most people don't even realize it's a marketplace. But when it says other buying options, you notice that's their marketplace. But they have their AI that says, here's the Amazon choice for you. But then if you don't like that, you go to other buying options and it uses this marketplace. But it's already picked what it thinks is the best marketplace offer for you in the search that you did. So this is the Amazon travel. This is new. We're talking to, on videos, I can't mention the name, some very, very big investment bankers who said they worked out what we're doing and they want us not to be the $1 billion in the market, but some multiple of that. And at 52,000 companies, not people, companies, they say they want access to this. They've created a new category because we're now changing from the puddle to the pond to the ocean. You guys have that. Pull up your phones. Look around at about 4 a.m. this morning. Did you guys get an email?
We sure did.
How many of you have signed up?
I already
If you haven't, I won't give you instructions. Look at the people who put their hands up. They can help you with it that easy. Sign up, go use it right now while I'm here. If you have a problem, I don't want anyone walking out that door without saying, I'm in there, I've done some searches, I've taken the action.
Yes.
Words cheap, action is result. So don't leave here without doing it. I will be here to help whoever has stuff. To make it easy for you, we're also going to send you an email that has a stuff guide and slides which actually help explain the site. So it's air, car, hotels. You can see flights, hotels, and cars. Because it's designed for, actually, somebody want to pick. We have over 2.5 million hotels. We have every airline, and we have all the car rental companies, and we're everywhere in the world. So, unlike, how do you pick from WB? Do you remember the whole thing about, well, which country are we in? Are we licensed in the country? All things you've already heard about. You're going to be licensed as a travel company, but also as a multi-level marketing company. You don't have the problem with the travel company license anymore, because each one of these companies is licensed everywhere in the world, everywhere. We don't have to do that. Woo! Could you just quickly flip? I'm not going to go through a search, it will take too long. But could you just pull down the mic on the top right? There are things that, can you just pull the profile? So you can put in all your preferences here. So some of this is, it knows what your preferences are, no big deal, most sites do this. And so it just makes it easier. Pull down the duty of care. This is necessary for corporate travel, but you can see some of your regular booking. Click map view. I know it takes a little slow here, but corporate wants to be careful with its employees. So we actually provide real-time security risk that companies need into here. So you can see all those, they tell you where there are hotspots around the world. So you can be careful. And you can use that to help you, pick where you travel, not going. So those people who are going to go to Peru, that's what you said, probably not going to. And then click back on View List. You can see there's a little checkbox on the left-hand side. We can see who's going where, and you can literally generate an email, or you can extract it out and you can send a group who's going to a certain place a little note to say, hey, this is what I want you to do. Now, you may not want to do this. I'm just saying that there's a lot more stuff that's coming into the product that is corporate quality. This is not like somebody's mom and pop website. We've got very, very demanding customers from Fortune 100 companies. So this is going to be super, super rock solid for you, because we've got some really demanding Karens out there telling us what to do. Go back to the next slide.
Your name was Karen.
I apologize to all the Karens. As I said, we have all those hotels. In fact, we actually filter out a lot of the hotels because Booking.com is one of our suppliers. Booking.com, how much do you think, how many results do you think Booking.com has? They claim they have a billion locations, but a lot of them are crowdsourced, like, rent my room out type deals. So we try to filter out a lot of those because that's what corporate customers don't want to see. And so this is continuously improving. You can see there's a map on the right, there's a list on the left. Hey, anyone here done some searches and you want to suggest some places?
New York City.
Okay, so you can give some examples in a second. But the point I'm making here is this is not standing still. As we're speaking, more and more people are joining here, just like the App Store, and it just gets better and better every day. So even if you don't see what you want today, somebody here is going to get better, or something new is going to come in and improve. And more importantly, when you're talking to these guys, you say, hey, let's see who's got the better product. You now know why. There's no way for them to compete. And in fact, our sales team came from American Express Travel. They are actually bringing a lot of all their old customers over because they can't compete because they have this model versus this model. Do we get it? Yeah. Where can you use this? Can you use this right now? Can you use it around the world? Do your customers because travel is not limited by boundaries. So I know that you're in certain countries, but anyone in any of those countries can fly anywhere in the world and can book anywhere as long as they can read English and they have a credit card. So the world is your oyster. The network here is the whole of the ocean, and who hasn't signed in yet? Otherwise, you can all go and book for yourselves, and once you're convinced, you can show this to other people, and you can actually put them in. I'd be careful about trying to put people in who are not members because you don't want to grow outside of your membership, but we have given you permission to book for your friends, and I've only just booked for a few of your family and a few of your friends, but don't use this as a way to dilute the value from the membership. That's my answer.
Okay, couple things. What do you think? So I'm gonna just bring a little, some of you maybe, I just want to make sure you all caught what Mike did. This is not a review. I'm gonna give you some country map here, okay? Mayor, it's okay. Okay, now. So this over here, there's a lot of other network marketing companies that lead with travel, which is a very challenge right now because number one, the economy, and in order to drive a comp plan in travel, you got to charge a lot of money for a subscription. Like a lot of them are charging $400 or $500, some even more than that. They try to package other stuff in there to make it look really good. That hey, we're going to take you on a trip or whatever. None of those things are bad. It's just marketing strategies. All right, but when you have to drive a comp plan and bring everybody on the front end, you got to charge a lot of money because if you don't charge very much money, then consequently what happens is nobody makes any money and they have the ability to do it because whatever the value they think they can sell, that's what happens. You can understand that. And they use these two different suppliers, and these aren't bad people. I know the people that are part of these organizations, all right, hotel planners, they do a respectable job, and Arabia does a very respectable job. Meaning, when you do searches, you find really great deals. Arabia was kind of like the one that we would just compare to, meaning, and you have to understand that if a network marketing company has Arabia as their platform, what happens is if they get the baseline of everything, then what they do, each company, so network marketing company A and B can do the same search on the same platform but have a different price. The reason is that owner chose to take a 5% cut over the top. This one chose to take a 10%, and this one chose to just try to blow it out at the lowest possible price. Does that make sense how they're doing it?